After the destruction of the Jedi Order and the return of the Sith, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi went into hiding. In his isolation on Tatooine, Obi-Wan would reinvent himself, not renouncing his commitment to the Jedi Order, but hiding the evidence of who he truly was while he waited for Luke Skywalker to come of age. Among the adjustments Kenobi would make was a change in his first name. For anyone on Tatooine who did not know him before his arrival, the old man's name was Ben. It was a simple name which would have rang no bells to anyone who did not know him in his past life. But his selection of this name was not a simple draw from a hat or a flip of a coin. There was a sentimental reason for Obi-Wan's decision to be called Ben for what would turn out to be the rest of his life. And while the name change may have concealed his identity a bit more, that was not the primary reason for the change, which is pretty clear considering he kept his last name the same. I mean, anyone coming to Tatooine looking for Obi-Wan Kenobi probably would have been just as interested if they'd heard murmurs of an old hermit named Ben Kenobi living there. So why did Obi-Wan change his name to Ben? Long before the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan was in love with a woman named Satine Kryze, sister of Bo-Katan Kryze and Duchess of Mandalore during the Clone Wars. And when I say he fell in love, for those who don't know, I mean Obi-Wan literally told this woman that he would have walked away from the Jedi Order to be with her had she said the word. Long story short, however, they loved each other, but they cut things off pretty early on, rather than allowing their personal feelings to get in the way of their careers and their livelihoods. Pretty much the opposite of Padme and Anakin. But when they were in the midst of this fling, which was sparked when Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan were assigned by the Jedi Council to protect the Duchess from a group of insurgents, Satine would refer to Obi-Wan as Ben. And he liked that name, so much so that he would use it as an alias when he went on undercover missions during the Clone Wars. Although the two did put their love for each other aside, they still cared deeply for one another, and when Satine is murdered by Maul, dying in Obi-Wan's arms near the end of the Clone Wars, the Jedi Master is left heartbroken. He had come to Mandalore to aid the Duchess after she reached out for his help, and knowing that Satine was important to Kenobi, Maul killed her, temporarily quenching his endless thirst for revenge over Obi-Wan. When his exile began, Obi-Wan changed his name to Ben in remembrance of Satine. He had given everything to the Jedi Order, and the war had taken everything from him. His master, his apprentice, the love of his life, every friend he'd ever had, most of them dead, all of them gone from his life. Changing his name to Ben, the name that Satine had called him all those years ago, gave him a small piece of his past to hold on to. It wasn't much, but it meant something to Obi-Wan, and having something like that to hold on to, a symbol that reminded him of happier times, was important for a man who'd lost everything. And so that is why Obi-Wan changed his name to Ben. It wasn't just some completely random thing, and it actually holds a deeper emotional meaning for Obi-Wan, which I think is nice. I think it's a lot better that there's a meaning behind him changing his name, as opposed to him just being like, I need a new name, let's go with Ben. Especially since Leia literally named her son after him, it's nice that there's some meaning there. But that is going to wrap things up for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to drop a thumbs up to support the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. And until next time, remember, the Force will be with you, always.